we're going to start out with the character creation. We are not starting on multiplayer, but the good thing about this game is if you start a server, you can go on multiplayer, and I'll show you in a minute how that works. But we'll start out with our character here. You could do your body type, of course, skin color. You could also toggle the clothes on and off. These are your starting clothes, and these are not forever. You'll be able to change colors and stuff like that later on, which is really cool, and I hope we can get into that today. I don't think we'll be able to. Not sure if we'll get that far today, but maybe we will. So first you could do body type. You could do the eye color, like white, like a blue. The hairstyle going. Really like the dreads. Definitely gonna do black. This is my favorite one. I would do that today. Of course, we're gonna do some type of beard. Oops. That'll work. As always, we go Ghost Stalker. So we're gonna have two Ghost Stalker games. So we could start a multiplayer game, and I could host a world. My wife and I play on this server too. Press escape, and I could allow her to join from that code, or we could just go over here and start our own world, create a new world. Now, if I start this way and play normally, without playing multiplayer, there will be no option for somebody to join. So we could do our new world and put Solus, Isles. I could spell. We'll just put 2 next to it, just so we know this is our tutorial server. Alright, now this game's kind of cool. If you do get it on Steam, you could play with a mouse and keyboard, or you could even play with the controller. And both are pretty easy to play with. I do like playing with the mouse and keyboard a little bit more, but you can play with both. First thing you do, of course, is we've got to gather everything we see. Gather rocks, wood. There's some more wood somewhere up here. Grab all these wood piles. Get everything. Okay, we even got some seeds. Now, if you press on the Xbox controller, it's select. On PC, it's tab. It'll be your menu. We have our inventory here. So far, we have the we have our armor and weapons tab. This right here is going to be our resources tab, our consumables, and then our miscellaneous, which is where our seeds go and stuff. So right now we have this here. Now, if we press, if we come up here to our crafting tab, we can make recipes basically. So we can mix ingredients that we pick up to find out what we can build with those ingredients. So if I put in rocks and wood, I can even, if I don't want to use the rocks and wood, I could put learn only and it'll give me what I could make with that. So we can make a hammer with that. So we're going to put in the rocks and wood and craft the hammer. Okay, now we'll go ahead and go back to our bag over here and our weapons, and then we'll equip the hammer by pressing E. Of course, on controller, if you want to equip it, it's going to be X. On Xbox controller, anyway, it's X. I believe it would be square on PlayStation controller. Okay, just drag that down there. Okay, so now that we have a hammer, we'll pull out the hammer, press B. The first thing we can build here is these. So we'll build this bridge so we can get across here. This is the first thing you have to do. Get out. So holding, clicking, right click, or left click is to build. If you hold right click with the hammer, you can destroy. And then after you build these, one thing that you have to know with this hammer, when you're swinging the hammer, there's that little line that comes up. You see underneath the hammer? So if you go and hit that right when it hits the yellow, it'll give you a boost on your building. So if I do it I could either do one at a time, but you need wood to do it. So we got to pick up more wood. Time your swings while you're hammering. Time your swings while you're swinging your sword. Time your swings while you're using your pickaxe, while you're cutting down trees. Always time your swing. After we cross the bridge here, we have this first stone. Now, you'll be looking for knowledge stones, acres, and frescoes throughout the map. Frescoes on the map are question marks. At the beginning here, you're going to have to search for these without any assistance. But later on, we'll get something, and I'll show you later, that will help us to find these stones and acres. So we'll go ahead and learn this. And this first thing we're going to learn is a workbench. So now we'll go press B. And right here should be our workbench. Because we have our favorites tab. We have our building tab, which is going to be like for building anything. And then we're going to have a home tab. And this is going to, these are going to expand. We're going to get more tabs up there as we move along. So we need some wood. So we're going to go over here and just tear this down because we won't be over here anymore. So we're going to tear this down to get some wood back. And of course, you could rotate your builds and stuff. So the building in this game is really fun. I like how the building is in this game. So now, We can mix ingredients to make different recipes. So you can just like experiment. So let's do, okay, right here we got something. So we just put 2 stone in here. We'll hit learn only. That's going to give us sharp stones. So let's build a sharp stone. Actually, let's build more than 1 sharp stone. Let's build a couple. Okay. Now let's go. Let's see. We'll go 1 wood and stone. That's already the hammer. So we'll do 1 wood and 1 sharp stone. Ah, we have an axe. So we just made ourselves an axe. Now we'll do 2. So we'll do a sharp stone, a wood, and a stone. Now we have a pickaxe. So for now, and while we're doing this, we're also getting other stuff that we can build. So now we have our axe and our pickaxe. So we're going to equip all these so we can switch between them really easily. So let's see if we can build anything else here. We've got some leaves. So we have 3 leaves. So now we have leaf cloth. So let's make a couple of these. All right. Got a couple leaf cloth here. Let's see if we can make anything else. Right now we cannot. But we don't have anything else to do here. So now that we've got our pickaxe, we'll go ahead and use our pickaxe to gather some stuff up here. Remember, time your swings. Alright, now from the beginning here, these first couple islands, make sure you explore them to the max, because you will need as much stuff as you can. So explore the first islands as much as you can. Right here is these blue things will give you windstones. This will be the first windstone we pick up. So make sure you're collecting windstones. Oh. We used our axe. So gather as much wood, windstones and rocks and leaves as you can. You're gonna need everything, and you're gonna need all the windstones you can find. Another thing, listen for music. Certain music changing represents a point of interest on that island. So I think we can hear it a little bit in the music right now, but remember to explore the whole island as much as you can. All these beginning islands, search as good as you can. Get all the materials that you can. Island, you'll know that there's a knowledge stone close to you. So let's grab the knowledge stone, and that gives us the home kite. Okay, so the home kite will set our home. All right, so these are frescoes, and When you get your map later, and I'll show you how the mapping all works, but once you get your map later, these frescoes will be shown on the map by question marks. We'll press B. We'll go ahead and make a glider stand. And this is how you know it's facing you. When the glider is facing you, that's the right direction to put it. So we'll use this. We'll add a glider. Now, later on, you'll get more colors to make your glider customized. So right now, we only have light green and dark green. So I'm going to do a dark green with a light green edging. And we're going to do some lines like this for now. We don't have a shape yet, and this is something that'll unlock later. This part is what it looks like on your back, and this is what you're making it out of. And later you'll get more capabilities to make it out of different types of fiber. Now this is automatically put on our back, and you can even switch to third person in this game. So now we have this equipped. And I like to keep this stuff in order. I want to get another table built. And we mix different things together. We have cloth. We don't have any in our bag though. But since we already discovered it, we can put different things in to make a new recipe. Now I don't have the stuff to make this, but it gives me the ability to learn it. So let's learn only. I just learned how to make a leaf bandage. So let's see what else we got. If you have a yellow dot, that means you have something you can build. So let's build some cloth. We know what we need to build leaf cloth. So let's do that. Let's go wood, paper, charcoal, another wood. Learn only. That's our sketchbook. So we're going to craft that because we're going to need a sketchbook, and I'm going to show you how the sketchbook works. Sketchbook is very important. So let's do wood and charcoal, learn only, and that's a torch. So we can make the torch, I guess. Let's see here. We can finally craft our leaf bandage. So we want to make sure we have no yellow dots up here. When we have yellow dots, we know there's something we can make. So, sketchbook. I'm going to put my sketchbook on the last one right now. Now, sketchbook, if you pull out your sketchbook and you look at something and right-click, while you're right-clicking, and these controls are very easy to learn on the controller. I do have a controller too, but I like keyboard and mouse a little better. But if you right-click it, you see how it turns gray? That means I already know it. If it's yellow, that means we can learn it and put it into the sketchbook. Left-click and it'll sketch it, and I'll be able to build that item. Now, the only thing is you do need charcoal and paper in order to learn stuff. So make sure you have charcoal and paper in your bag when you're going to be using your sketchbook to learn how to build new items. So now that we can fly, let's go to the next spot. I want to get like high up. As you go later on, you could skip stuff if you want to, but at the beginning, make sure you explore every single island. If you chop something down with a bug on it, it'll disappear, so... And make sure you time those swings. And another thing, if you're cutting stuff down on an island, you're going to want to be aware that that island's ecosystem can mess up, and if you mess the ecosystem up, you'll be unable to loot certain things. So let's go back here to these islands first. And while you're flying, a cool thing is you can left click to boost, right click to slow down. So if you want to be very accurate on where you're going to land or something, you're going to want to hold your right right mouse button. And if you want to boost it, you can boost it. Now, this is also timed. There's a white line that comes up. If you're tapping that tapping the left mouse button at the right time, you're going to do a super boost. So that can be very helpful. So let's go over here in this first waterfall. And here we go. We got a stone over here. And we got a wooden wall. That's cool. Wooden wall for the win. Does flying use stamina? No. It doesn't use stamina. Now, later on in the game, there's certain points that will, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, later on in the game, if you're in an area that's hot, it will give you kind of a stamina thing, but it has more to do with heat. So it'll stop you from being able to fly long distances. But if you're not in that area, you can fly pretty much as far as you want to. Oh, and we got wheat here, but we don't have our sickle yet, so we can't grab it. You hear that music? That means we're close to an objective. We're close to it. Oh, there it is. See? We hear that music? That's an objective. So let's learn this. Ah, there's our campfire. We're not going to use the campfire yet because we want our island first. Later on, we're going to be crossing a barrier. And those barriers have big rocks that can basically destroy your stuff on your island. And you want to be able to get through there as easily as possible. And the smaller the island, the faster your island's going to be. The bigger your island, you're going to need more sails on it, and it can be a little bit slower. Mushrooms are a big thing because that's going to be one of the things that helps stop corruption. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, we have a key. And we have a door. Let's unlock this. And this is going to give us another one of the frescoes. Let's learn the fresco. And each fresco is kind of telling a story. Basically telling us we can fly an island. And we end up getting the helm. The helm is our discovery for the first navigation. Usually navigations come in acres, but the first fresco is going to be one of the important things, like the helm. But yeah, so we'll search around here, see what we can find. Got a little box up here. Bandages, they're important. More mushroom seeds. We could use those to plant mushrooms. And of course we get some salt or wood. All right, so like I said, always when you have yellow, you want to put you want to mix them together to see what you can make. And of course, charcoal and water is going to give you clean water. So we got clean water here. We'll just do like a couple of these. I don't want to use too much of my charcoal because, like I said, charcoal is very important. It makes clean water. It helps build campfires, and it also is what you use in your sketchbook to build new things. So, and basically, I think we're going to be able to show you that too. But you need paper and charcoal to use your sketchbook. So, let's go finish exploring the rest of this island. Oh, here's the acre. Now, this is the first acre I found. Acres are for navigation. So let's check out what we got here. And it's going to be a rudder. So we've got our rudder and our helm. It's another acre. Let's go. So this is our leaf floater. This is what makes us rise and lower our island. Ah, here's our paper. We only got one piece though, so we can get this storage. So bam, now we just learned how to build a wood chest. And you want to make sure that you're spreading out your charcoal evenly between making a fire, writing in your sketchbook, and cleaning water. So real quick, let's go ahead and build a workbench. After you've made your island, if you are on another island searching and you need something, like for instance, if you need bandages or something like that, you can always build a workbench on another island and make what you need without having to go back to your island. Kind of like a quality of life tip. Okay, so we have some more stuff we can build because we do have some yellow on here. So let's do a couple of these. Let's do some wood and some rope. And let's learn only first. Ah, there's our sword. So we're going to craft that. So now we have a sword. And I usually like to keep these in order. So let's go ahead. We could actually dismantle the extra sketchbooks. And this will give us extra paper and charcoal. So that's a good source of extra paper and charcoal. This is a leaf bucket and it's used to water stuff. Later on, you'll be able to make a bucket. They're not that important to me right now, so I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, I didn't want to equip it. Gonna go ahead and dismantle it. That gives us extra rope and leaf cloth. So we still got stuff we can make here. So let's do two sharp stones. Let's do two wood or one wood and a rope. What's that give us? The sickle. Cool. So let's get our sickle. And I believe. All right, let's do one sharp stone, one wood, one rope, or two wood. See what that gives us. Ah, that's our door kit. Okay. So I'll show you how the door kit works too here in a few. Let's see. We'll do 3 of these and some rope. What do we get? Some hay. We don't need hay right now. Let's do cloth, paper, wood, rope. Burn this. Now this is our field guide. This is one of the most important things in the game. Now I can show you how this field guide works. So we'll craft that too. We still got stuff to learn here. Let's do leaves, rope. That's our leaf bucket. We're not going to make that. We're going to learn only on that one. And now we've learned everything here. We didn't make the hay. That's why the yellow dot's here. So now we have no more yellow dots. So we have no more stuff to learn on our bench right now. Okay. Now, while you're on an island, you could use your field guide. We have that on number 8. So while on an island, this is your field guide. This shows you everything about the island. So right now, this island is at perfect health. It's at 100%. If the island's corrupted, and I'll show you in a minute what a corrupted island is, but this shows you your tree amount on the island, your flora diversity, if you need more flora, your decomposer, which is mushrooms. There's other things that you could use for decomposers, like worms and stuff like that you'll get later. And your animal count. This animal count is 0, but also on these islands, instead of animals, sometimes they'll have bird feeders, and you can build a bird feeder to substitute one animal. Then you have your insect diversity. It has 3 of 2. Like I said, if you are looting an island, if you over loot it, it will bring down the ecosystem's health. And then of course we're about to deal with corruption in a minute. The flora diversity on this particular island, it shows you what flora is on it. There's insect diversity, which there is worms here, ladybugs, and beetles. And it shows you the animal amount and what animals are on the island. Right now, there's 0. And this will change for every island. So this is a very important thing to have with you. So now that we have our sickle, we're going to go ahead and gather some plants and seeds. So having the door kit, you can remove turf, and that gives you worms and turf. So we just got the worms on the island. And this turf is used to make different things. So also it's giving us worms and stuff. You could also rebuild turf. It costs 5 to rebuild the turf. So this is how you're going to use your door kit. One of the main things you want to do before a fight is lay down. Okay? You look to the ground, you can lay down, Now, laying down gives you a buff. So if you lay down for, I think it's 10 to 20 seconds, I'm not sure the exact time, but if you lay down, you will see at peace. See, the at peace buff just came up. At peace actually gives you the a buff that while you're not fighting, you will gradually gain health. And then I only have blueberries, so I'll eat some blueberries right now. I don't know if we have enough. I've got 7 blueberries, so I'm just gonna eat one. That'll give me a little health boost, and then I'm gonna drink some water, and that will keep me hydrated. So I got my sword on too. I'm gonna get my sword out, and we're gonna fly over to this island and try to clear the corruption. And there's the spores sticking up out of the island. We want to get to them spores and defeat the spores. There's also little guys that run around and little mushroom guys that try to get you. But we'll get over here, and the first thing we do, and make sure you time your swings. And this thing will pop open, get that middle, and then it'll pop open one more time, but you have these guys. Make sure you can block too. And then we get the spore. And that should make our island healthy again, because there's only one of them on this island. So that takes out the corruption of the island. Now we bring out our book here, and fortunately, that made the ecosystem healthy. Sometimes when you defeat those, your ecosystem won't be healthy, and you'll have to do some stuff to fix the island. So, since we're good, we can go around and discover the island and see what we can find. So, like I said before, the acres are the navigation, so we're about to get another navigation. Let's get it. And this gives us our table map. So there's one more acre we need so far. And that's 4 out of 4 acres we need to define, and that gives us our sail. So now we have the ability to create uh, a island that we can sail and make one our home now. Got 2 corrupted islands up here. Alright, let's do this. Oh! He came out of nowhere. Ow. Alright. Round 2. Oh. That at peace buff is giving us a little bit of health. If we're not under attack. Alright, that should clear this island out. Oh. There might be a second one. Yep, there's a second one over here. Oh. Well, I didn't even see you. Whoa. Holy crap. 5 of them? Where'd the other ones go? Make sure you time those swings. It's hard with the sword. Alright, so now we got leap attack unlocked. And now that we get one of those, so we've cleared the island. So now the leap attack. So this is your encyclopedia. So this shows you your crafting, food and drink, sleeping, conditions, clothes, movement, game world, map orientation, storm chaser, progression, gliding, moving an island, sail efficiency, corruption, unhealthy ecosystem needs, research. So attacks and combos, defensive maneuvers, momentum, healing, tool upgrades, leap attack. So this is what we just learned. So if you hold the hold the left mouse button and charge a strike, then look for faraway enemy until it glows blue, and then release your strike to leap at them and perform a heavy blow. And the Leviathan. See, the Leviathan is what you're kind of doing. Once you track down the Leviathan with a storm chaser, healing it will require antidotes, which can be attained by sufficiently researching the corruption at the research lab. It's still gloomy. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our field guide. Now it's showing us we're good on flora, we're good on our decomposer amount, we're good on our animals, and we're good on insect diversity. What we need is a tree amount. And the good thing is we've got 3 out of 13. Now the good thing is we've been collecting trees, seeds, so we should have enough. So we've got 22 of these, so we'll use this one. So we'll plant some trees. So you just put your seeds in. I use my last bar, and you just plant until, and that's all we need is trees. So we just plant until the ecosystem is viable, and then we'll be able to loot. So now that we've So now that we've planted our trees, we now have a clean ecosystem. So now we can go around and loot and collect stuff. All right, let's see what we got, guys. Wool square sale. So that's the wool sale. Now, there is 3 different types of sales. You have your leaf sales, your wool sales, and your linen sales. You won't be able to cross into certain areas with just your leaf sales, so you'll have to upgrade to wool sales. You won't be able to cross into certain areas with your wool sales until you upgrade to linen sales. So you have to keep upgrading to move at different parts of the map, and we will look at the map soon, and I will be able to show you that. Round 2. Oh no, I thought we already did round 2. Oh, and we have a new stone. And this is our millstone. So awesome. This is the island we're going to use to make our ship. It's big enough to where we can put our stuff on it, but small enough to where it's going to be fast, and also small enough to where we'll be able to get through the barriers easily with less of a chance of getting hit. I like this island. So let's start clearing out this island and getting it ready to build stuff. We're gonna have to use our door hip here, so we're gonna take this down because I don't like that grass sticking up here. We gotta make sure we're good on everything. So we're at 24 out of 10, or 24 trees. We are well over what we need for trees. We got 24 out of 10. We got 4 out of 2 flora diversity, so we're good there. We don't need any decomposer amount on this island. It's 0 out of 0. The animal amount is 1 out of 0. I don't understand how I haven't seen an animal on this island. So I don't know how we are 1 out of 0 for animals. And then we are 2 out of 1 for insects. So we're still good. I haven't seen an animal on this island. I don't know why it's telling me that we're good on animals. I don't even see a bird feeder on this island, so odd. But this will be good for storage here. So let's start building some storage. So we'll do 3 wood. We'll do 3 rock. Then we can actually empty our bags. So we can pick up all this grass. Um, ooh. Are we really that low on wood? Oh no. We got 500. I don't like putting charcoal in those. I like having wood in one. Oh. So if you only want to put wood in, you could do like a split stack and fill it up so it'll only put wood in it. And then for your next one, you could do charcoal and then split it so it'll only put charcoal. This way, when you empty your stuff, it'll only put that on there. And we'll put rocks. However, open that up. Let's do just rocks in the first one. Okay. Okay, this holds salt. Let's do salt and windstones in this one. And then we could do... We'll do one for the space sculptures, and then we'll do sharp stones in this one. And we could switch that up later if we want to. Okay, so now we can go around and pick up all this turf. I think I'm going to utilize both sides. So let's do some grass here. We still don't have all of the stuff that so here's leaves. We'll do 2 of those. Up here. Now let's see what it drops. So we're gonna do just leaves in this one. And in this one, we're gonna just do the small plants. And these ones here are for the leaf cloth. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 of these like this so we have room. And then I want to make sure we got some space because we'll have to have some room for the wool when we get it. We'll have wool too, so I want to put wool here. So right now I'll put one of these here so I know the spacing, because I'll destroy this one and put wool there. Then I'm gonna do a rope stockpile here. Do 2 like this. Quick drop that there. Quick drop that. Okay, so we're good on that. And then I want to utilize the rest of this area. I want to do like more. Make sure we got enough room for all of our stuff. And I want to build a house in the middle. I think we're going to build our mill. So we got the only machinery we have right now for production is our millstone. So I think the millstone we're going to put back here. I want this back here because off the back, after I build my garden, I'm going to actually put a windmill right here. The windmill will actually attach to this. So when you're making any type of material in the millstone or any other machine, it'll give you the ability to run it without being on it. Because right now you have to be at the millstone in order for it to work. With the windmill, it'll allow it to run by itself. So we want that little wheel right there, that little tiny wheel right next to me. We want that towards the back because that's where our windmill will go. I'm going to start and try to put it somewhere in the middle back here. Probably like right here would be good. And now with this, we could put in some salt. And we won't do but a couple right now. We just want to unlock some stuff like sugar, and then we'll put some, we only have 2 wheat, so we'll put 1 wheat in there. All right, that'll give us flour. And then we'll do 10 of these, and you can hit F to make it go faster, a little mini game. Oops. And that will give us our mitre grease. Okay. And then we have, now if we do the blueberries, it will give us grain. But I don't need grain yet, so I want to be able to plant blueberries. We only have 1 blueberry seed, so now I want some, I'm gonna do 2 of these, maybe 3 of these right now. 3 of these mushrooms will give us the ability, oh, we have actually 1 or 2 in our bag. So I want to be able to make or have some mushrooms growing on my island in case I need them. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to come over here with these mushrooms, and we're going to plant these mushrooms on our trees on our island so we have constant mushroom growth. So we'll put this in number 8 over here. We've got 5 of them, so we'll use all 5 of these on our island. So we'll put 1 here. Put 1 here. 3. 4. And we'll use one of these big trees over here. Do 1 right here. 5. Now we have mushrooms growing on our island, which is very important. All right, so right here, we're going to go ahead and build our helm. And we want our island to go forward this way. So whichever way that you point this, so say I point it like this, our island's going to fly that way. If I point it like this, island's going to fly that way, so on and so forth. So whichever way you set your helm is the way your island will be set up to fly. So we'll set up our helm right here. I think that looks good. All right, and then right behind our helm, we're going to do, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do, we want to make this island our home. And to do that, we need to put a kite. So we're going to do a kite here. All right, so we're going to do a kite here next to this. You only need 1, but for aesthetics, I like to put 2. You don't have to, but you can. And we'll interact with this one and now we can teleport to home from, if we want to. And we could also despawn the home island. So if I need to, I can teleport to home, and it'll bring me right back to my home island from wherever I'm at. So keep that in mind. You can always teleport back to home. All right. So now that we have that done, We're going to go ahead and place our map. Ah, it's perfect. This is the map, and it's not going to show you where knowledge stones are, and it's not going to show you where the anchors are, but it does show you with these question marks where the frescoes are. Each area can be blocked off by barriers. So I know with wool, I could get across one, and then I'll be able to hit the, I'll be able to hit this fresco, and then I'll need linen to hit another fresco. So you've got to build up to reach everything. So this is where we are now. Okay. So the green islands here are islands that we've already explored. And then we have these dark ones, which are ones that we haven't explored yet. So we're going to go ahead and hit those ones and see if we can get build up and get our storm chaser. Now the storm chaser is going to allow you to find the knowledge stones and find the anchors, because you can track these anchors and knowledge stones with a storm chaser, and we'll get to that later. But now we're going to need rudders. So for now, we're going to put one rudder. We'll switch this around later, but we're going to put one rudder here, and we're going to have to spin this way because this is the way we're facing. So we'll put one here. Okay. Now, if you look at your helm, down in the bottom right-hand corner, your first bar is going to be your weight. The second bar is going to be your floaters. The third is your rudders. And the fourth is your sails. Now, the first one is your weight line. If your weight line is above any one of your floaters, rudders, or sails, you're going to have an issue moving. The higher your bars, the faster you'll go on each category. I like to build enough sails to where I'm able to fly as fast as the wind will take me. So if the wind is, say right now it's 74 knots, I want enough sails to get me at 74 knots. Floaters, you could have one if you want to. One will work. I like to have three because it allows me to go up and down faster. So keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and build our sails. We're going to do... We don't have the stuff to make wool right now, so we're going to start out with our leaf sails, which will get us through. Now, this is poorly aligned because our sail has to face the same way as our helm. So we're going to turn the sail around like this, and that's how we'll put it so we can sail properly. So we'll do one here. Now we'll put some floaters. Now, with sails, you'll have the ability to upgrade your sails to wool and linen. However, your floaters, you will only be able to have leaf. They do not upgrade floaters as of right now. They do not upgrade the floaters to wool or linen, only the sails. So don't go crazy trying to find a wool floater. Just don't go crazy trying to find a wool floater, because you'll drive yourself nuts. Okay, so now we have everything we need to fly. So if we look at our helm, we have plenty of sail, we have plenty of rudders, and we have plenty of floaters. Now I'm going to add more sails later, but for now we're good with what we have. But okay, so now we're good enough to fly the ship. We've got our map, we've got our sails, we've got our rudder. I think I want to build my house. Yeah, I'm going to build a house real quick. And then after you build your fireplace, you're going to want these cooking plates. This is going to give you your food ability to make food. Start a fire. A blueberry, wheat, and salt. And we can... Or blueberry... Yeah, blueberry, wheat, and salt. We don't have sugar yet. So we could cook this, and it could make something good, or it could give us a burnt plate. So we're going to see what it does for us. And that gives us grilled fruits. So now we know the recipe for grilled fruits. Oh, yeah. We also already have the recipe for digestive tea and tomato soup, which we don't have for tomato soup. Now, digestive tea will actually clear eaten meals. So if you eat something and you need to get rid of it to eat something else, you can drink a digestive tea to get rid of that one meal that you've already eaten. And the tomato soup gives you 32... You need tomatoes for it, though, but it gives you 32 bonus health and per slot, and then it gives you 20 that for 24 minutes. It actually makes you productive to gather more resources, and it makes you hydrated, which water also does for increased attack speed. You can get the ingredients combinations off of Google if you want to. Um, Now I think the blueberry salt and sugar is what makes blueberry pie, which is really good too. Now the grilled fruits gives you 24 bonus health for 8 minutes. This is good for beginners, the beginner food. So we'll use that, but we don't have a lot more stuff to build on that. Okay, so I think our map is a little bit too far towards the house. So we're gonna move this. At least I can turn around and use the map while I'm flying. So that works. Yeah, that works good. And make sure your map's by your helm anyway. Now each one of these islands that's dark, we haven't explored yet. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. That'll be it for this one. And we'll be back with a part 2 of this walkthrough. Please like, share, and sub, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.